What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. You're watching another Izzy's Review. Alright, so today we are going to be reviewing the Ritz Carlton, downtown Atlanta, Georgia. So in this video, I am going to be walking through the property and giving you a glimpse into like an eye-level view of the property. So I decided to treat myself to a little staycation, and I just said, why not? Let me go try the Ritz Carlton. So I do staycations often, me and my family, but it never occurred to me to do a review. So I said, why not? Let me start doing these reviews. So yeah, I don't travel a lot, especially because of COVID, but I am not opposed to a staycation. I'm telling you, I will find a nearby hotel. I have to have an inside pool, and we will just treat ourselves and act like tourists in our own city. So that's what this video is about. I want to do a little luxury and just see if just hotels such as these are worth the hype, worth the money, and I want to walk you through the property and tell you my pros, my cons, as well as what to expect when you visit a hotel such as this one. So I have the speed on like 0.5, super slow, and I'm just going to walk you through so you can see at my level what the property looks like. I might speed it up just a little in some of these areas. So like I said, Ritz Carlton, downtown Atlanta, Georgia. I picked the wrong night to do a staycation. You know, my staycations are usually random whenever I get the itch or that I need a break from work or life or whatever. And the property was like packed. There was a volleyball convention in town, so all the nearby hotels were packed. And to be honest, I love to stay at Lowe's Hotel in Midtown Atlanta, Georgia, but that one was packed. It was booked full, so I had to come up with an alternative. And the only thing that was available that that met my standards at the time was the Ritz Carlton. And I said, great. You know what? I have never done an Izzy's review. I can't speak today. I've never done an Izzy's review on a hotel. This will be a pro. You know, like this is a pro, it's not a con. So I was kind of upset because I love Lowe's, and that's another review. I will see if I can find some images and talk about that or snag some on my next stay. But it was interesting. We pull up, there was the valet, of course, and we're going to get into all of that. But my experience was not the best. And I will say 30% of that is because the property was slammed. The city was slammed because of this volleyball convention. So what we've been watching now for the past 3 or so minutes is us walking down on the first level of the hotel, ground level. And while we have a moment, I think I will talk to you a little bit about what to expect when you come to a hotel such as this. This is a 4.5 star hotel in terms of service, and I guess in terms of grandeur and glamour. I would not give it a 4.5. I did not have a pleasant time at a dining experience, and the rooms were nice, but I wasn't amazed. So we will get into that a little bit later, but I do want to talk to you about a few tips and tricks when you're staying at a full service hotel, or property or resort. Valet. Expect valet. Go on your website, look at it. Typically, if they're offering valet, that means there's no parking. That also means there's probably not a parking deck that you'll have access to. So be prepared to park on the street or use another parking deck. So typically when there's valet, they'll charge it to your room per night. But also, in addition to that, I like to have cash. At least $100 in broken bills, 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. I very rarely tip 20s, but I like to have increments. You can get change, but I would say on average $20 per night in terms for tips. And that's so you know, if you're not accustomed to staying at full service hotels like this, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. And these are tips that I had to face when I was young, especially when I was traveling for work, going to hotels and resorts that had valet and that had bellhops that would take your luggage up. So I interviewed the staff at the end of our stay because I wanted to get the facts correct. I was told that a bellhop was supposed to take your luggage up. That did not happen. We carry our own luggage up. And again, I'm thinking that's because of the volleyball convention. Y'all, we pulled into the, it's like a backward C shape covered port where valet was parked on the right and left. So the left was for super, super expensive, 6-figure cars and above. The right is for, you know, regular cars like us. And that, if you're looking, that is the business center, but it's closed for COVID. So, talking about valet. So we're meted. Of course, the gentleman meets the driver. They take the keys. They open your door. You get your luggage out. Well, they get your luggage out, and they're supposed to check you in and take you to your room. But because it was so busy, that part did not happen. We get our keys, we walk ourselves up to our room. Now, technology has changed, and sometimes key cards at hotels will only give you access to your floor. So we did swipe our key card to activate the elevator, and we went to our floor, and we let ourselves in our room. And you will see some footage of that coming up shortly after we go through down on this first floor. So you see there's a little lounge area. There's live music. Oh, here's footage of our dinner that was on the second floor. Oh, and here's some footage of our breakfast in bed. So, you know, I was disappointed the room didn't have a tub. I love to soak. And breakfast was nice. It was very yummy. I love getting room service. It was like a special treat, you know, and I love that the Ritz Carlton did have extended checkout for this very reason. You didn't have to be a rewards member or anything like that to get the extended checkout at noon, so you can have breakfast in bed. And one thing about these fancy hotels that I love are the little jellies, the little salt and peppers, and the little ketchups. Like, I love it. I get a kick out of it. So I definitely enjoyed that. I have to have my coffee. Yes, yes, yes. Just a little bit of the setup. And I'm sorry, guys. I was tired. I was drained. I was on my cycle, and I was in a funky mood, but breakfast made me happier. Believe it or not, breakfast lifted my spirits. And I want to say, out of the whole entire experience, it's pretty sad, but breakfast was the best. You see my wine. I have to have that wine whenever I travel. I go and pick it up and throw it in my suitcase. And guess what? I even bring my own wine glasses. Yes, sirree. So here we go. We just got off the elevator, and I did this view just for y'all so y'all could see. I turned to the left. There's the hallway, and I hit another right, and you're going to see the room, and I'm going to walk you through the whole room. So as we go through the room, I might stop my commentary to point some things out. But again, like, I'm not going to say, so like, I'm middle class. I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up, you know, poor. I would say I grew up lower middle class. And as a young professional, I want to say I'm middle class with my income. So I don't spend Ritz Carlton type money when I travel. I can, but I'm cheap, and I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. I'm investing in my future, and I'm investing in my business. So I really don't spend this type of money typically. So I just wanted to share that. The type of place that I will stay would be, I love, like, if I'm traveling for a few days in a row and I'm not familiar with the city, I will do a Holiday Inn Express. We've partnered before on some content when early in my blogging days. And I love Lowe's Hotel in Atlanta. I love the Westin. I've stayed at the DoubleTree because they have cookies. Like it really just depends. But a tip for people who are traveling and really don't know where to stay, I love to look at the year it was built. Because typically newer construction is going to be a safe bet when you're not really knowing where to stay. Anything over 5 years to 8 years, it gets kind of sketch, and you're going to want to lean on the brand to tell you if it's going to be a quality stay or not. And you're going to want to lean on those reviews. The reviews don't lie. The pictures don't lie. Don't be lazy. Read the descriptions. And referrals are great too. So, as I said before, there's no tub. I was sad about that. But I think that's marble. The wallpaper was beautiful. The little toiletries were super cute and super luxurious. So it was nice. The bed was nice. I will say, out of some of the best beds that I've ever stayed at were a Hilton in Birmingham, Alabama. That Hilton bed was so soft, it just sunk me in. It was delicious. But the Hilton was rather new, and I was rather young, meaning I haven't traveled that much. So maybe, and that's our stuff, we're just staying the night, our masks. I always bring water when I travel. Especially at these hotel, guys. Don't forget to bring your own water. You're traveling, you're thirsty. Sometimes there's a mini bar, sometimes there's not. Here's the room. I brought sanitary wipes to wipe everything down because it is COVID. My camera and my lighting did not do it justice. The view was beautiful. The couch was plush. And the bed was okay. One thing I do like about nicer hotels is that they usually have a firm and a soft pillow. So that was fun. The art was modern and updated. The carpets were clean. As you can see, there's no duvet. I think that's because of COVID. It might carry germs. So it was just the white down comforter, but no duvet on top. And in the corner, I think this is signature for the Ritz Carlton. There's the umbrella, the slippers. There was no robe, and I think that's because of COVID. But this is the room, and here's a 360 view. I'm sure you got enough clips of the bathroom. I went in there like twice, but just standard king. You have your couch, your desk, and your TV. So one thing I noticed when I left after I filmed, in the drawer, I thought it was two safes. So the top one was a safe, and I thought the drawer to the left was another safe, but it turns out it was a mini bar. See that right there? I thought that was a safe, but it's really a mini bar. So that is my quick overview of the Ritz Carlton. If I can remember, I will share a little bit about pricing. I can't remember what we paid, but overall it was a nice experience. Was it worth the money? I will say unfortunately no. And let me quickly tell you why. So, is it nice? Yes. Is it clean? Yes. Is it grand? Maybe. But if you want to travel and have a nice experience on a budget, I would say you don't have to stay at a hotel like the Ritz Carlton. Now, in terms of my dining experience, which I'm showing here, the food was okay. I don't like seafood. My husband doesn't like seafood, and the menu was predominantly seafood. And that was a bummer. Like I said before, OMG, breakfast was the bomb diggity. But we had a horrible experience at dinner. And I don't play the race car often. But I will say, in environments like this, I'm not going to lie. It's 2021. It's time we start speaking our truth. As a woman of color and having a family of color, we don't always receive the best customer service. Case in point with this visit, we sat next to a couple that was not of color. They were loud, boisterous, and it made our experience less. But not only that, the waiter gave all his attention to this couple. We needed condiments, we needed silverware. There are things we need as our waiter stood there and pillow talked the table next to us. So not only were they loud and FaceTiming while we're trying to have a romantic dinner, we weren't giving the service that I felt was minimal and standard for a restaurant at that caliber. In addition, the menu being majority seafood, and I had to ask for bread service, which was a disappointment. So, I mean, overall, when it comes to White Cloth and when it comes to, I won't call it fine dining, but excellent dining, I don't think that the service matched the price tag. And for that, I will not be back. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for helping me grow this channel. And please like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any more amazing content. I literally cannot grow the channel without you. I thank you so much to my current subscribers. So I thank you all. Leave comments for any other videos that you want to watch in the future. And until next time, with much love, mwah, Izzy.